This is a Cat 928G, and from my first look at it, I thought it was a 38G, but it's a 28. And since it is a G series, they all are actually very similar in their design, and that's what I'm just going to show you today. Now, even though this is a 928G, you would think it would, it's a G series, so it's made pretty early, but it was actually introduced in 1996 in the USA and in England, and what it did was it was a replacement for the 928F. This machine has 125 horsepower. Now let's get it started here. The most interesting thing on this machine, and I know a lot of people really don't see many attachments like this, but this is what you call a side dump or a side tilt bucket. And what you see is at the end over there, it's not like this end. And the reason being is that this bucket, what it can do is, you can see here, what it does is it tilts to the left when you're working. So what it was mainly invented for was sewer construction on a very tight street. And I'm pretty sure, I was talking with some sewer guys that I know who run a 235 Cat, and I'm pretty sure it came out in the 80s or the 90s, they were telling me, and I can't remember which one, but I'm pretty sure it was around that time. And how it tilts is over here. You can see your hinge right here, your pin holds it in right there, and then this cylinder, when it pushes out, it basically just pushes the bucket on this pivot point right here, and it just tilts off. So right to this, it tilts up, material slides out, and you're in the trench. And it's great for when you're on a tight street. Now just here's your quick coupler. A lot of times you'll see quick couplers with a side dump bucket or a side tilt. I call it a tilt, some people call it a side dump, but I just call it tilt. But here's your quick coupler. It just, right here you see it just attaches on right there. And then these are the hydraulics to work the cylinder for the tilt bucket. And you can see they run down the boom over here. And you can see the cutting edge on it. Those are the bolts that hold it in. Those bolts just hold on the cutting edge. And then here you see your tires. Loaders are a four-wheel drive machine. Your loader arm right here. Normally, if you didn't have, I don't know if these side tilt buckets are offered as just a normal attach, not a quick attach. I'm really not sure, to be honest with you. But this loader probably runs with forks as well. And then that's right there is your lift cylinder to raise your boom. Your axle right here, that's how it connects onto the tire. And then in here, the front part of the machine, like you see here before it attaches to the back, is called the non-engine frame. There's a lot of people are not very knowledgeable on that. I looked it up, and it's called the non-engine part of your frame. And then your Z-bar linkage over here, and now we'll get around to the other side to show you, sorry if it's choppy, but I'm trying to get as much as possible. Normally you would have a light here, but here's your fender, plastic fender, metal arms to hold it on, and then here's your articulated steering. Cylinder on the other side, this one turns it. And look on the inside of the steering. You also call it a propeller shaft, but that's the engineering term for it. And then here's the stop for the articulation. This is the first loader I've seen to have it that has the rubber, so when it bangs, it doesn't bang against metal. And then you're wondering why this is open. This is just for the service guys to get in there. It's easier, like John Deere loaders have that. And here's your steps to get up to the cab. It's missing the step that comes down on the... Huh? What? The cable step, cable's in this step, so obviously someone took it off. And then right there, you see that's they put those around the curbs on the parking lots, so they don't hit the curb. And then here's this side of the machine. It really isn't much different from the other side. Here is your articulation lock right there. Put it there, drop the pin in, machine won't spin. And turn. And then here's just the center of it. And here's the back side, the cab. These cat loaders, you know, don't, they, to two controls to raise and lower, one control to raise and lower the boom, another one to curl the bucket, and then there's the cab. That right there on the cab, back of the cab, you see is for a fire extinguisher, so obviously I had to use a fire extinguisher somewhere. And this loader right here has an extra counterweight right there. And I'm pretty sure the counterweights for these loaders are around 30,000 pounds. Those counterweights might actually add, that might even add some more weight, so it might be around 5,500 pounds. And then right there is the radiator and the fan. This replaced the F, and then pretty sure the H replaced this one. But there's 928G. And be honest, I really don't see many of these 928s. I see more of a 938. And, there it is.